Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your life.
You're not trying to tell me. You're telling me how to run my life.
I asked a simple question.
The simple answer is yes. I have my cheat sheet.
No, well, that too. I asked you can't memorize it.
The answer to that is also yes. So, and I don't care. I'm fine with it.
All
right. Good. Great. Now you got me all... I was in a good mood. This was the first episode, and like 5 episodes I've been in a good mood. Now you just pissed it all away.
Are you going to mess it up now?
Probably.
Do you think me saying that is what will have messed
you got
up?
In my head now.
Yeah.
Now I'm all psyched out.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Don't fuck it up.
Oh, here we go.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Media Lunch Break, everybody, where we give you all of your comic, geek, and movie news all in the time that it takes to eat a good sandwich and top it off with some French fries.
Oh.
I am Chris Treble. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host, Andrew Dunn. Say hello, Andrew.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, hello. Suck it. I got all the way through it. I didn't mess it up once. I didn't even know what I was going to say after the little sandwich line, and I just made that up.
Oh, the French fries.
Yeah.
That's good, because you're getting French fries.
Well,
some French fries.
Listen, that's the only thing that was in my mind at that moment, so I had to go.
That's pretty good.
How's it going?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, man, you got a whole book of stuff.
It's been a busy week. There's a lot of news to get through.
Not much happened.
Yeah, no, nothing really eventful happened.
There was a convention.
Tiny little event that may have come up on the radar.
That neither of us went to.
And neither of us came even close to going to.
I mean, I got pretty close. I worked like 2 blocks from there.
It's true. We both worked by it,
yeah.
So we got to see the ramifications of it.
Yes.
And by that I mean, like, I don't know, one fat cyclops and a...
I saw Goku and Wonder Woman pushing a stroller, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Sometimes I catch some real gems.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything really outrageous this
me
time.
neither.
No, I'm a little disappointed in New York Comic Con.
I'm told from friends who went that that 11 has usurped the throne from Harley Quinn.
11?
From Stranger Things? Yeah, as a costume.
You know what? That's an easy costume, though.
Yeah, it is.
Where you just shave your head and you put on a medical gown.
Or you maybe don't even shave your head. You put on a bald cap or something.
Right,
yeah.
And you just go around and...
Or even you could do her when she has the wig on and the dress.
Oh, yeah,
That'd be pretty easy.
What do you wear under the medical gown?
Huh?
Because there's most of it, for a good portion of it, she's in like a...
Maybe like a bodysuit?
I guess. I don't know.
You just carry some Eggos.
Yeah, you know what? I was passing by a store that was selling like Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
And it was all like the window art that they drew on. It was all Stranger Things. It was this string of Christmas lights with the alphabet on it.
That's pretty cool.
And they just put like Eggo boxes on the window and everything.
That's awesome.
And I walked by and I was like, just Stranger Things. And my wife was like, I don't know what's with that.
You didn't get a picture of that? For me to put on the Twitter?
You know what, I should have. I will. I'll get it. It's still up there. Yeah. But she was like, why are there waffle boxes on the window? And I was like, that's a thing.
She didn't watch it?
No, of course not.
Oh, man, it's so good, though.
No, she doesn't watch any of this shit. You kidding me? I have to tell her, like, I have to warn her. Every time some new thing comes into my life, I'm like, hey, I have to warn you, this is the new thing that I'm going to be talking about that you're not going to care about. Just FYI.
Since you brought her up, has she listened to the podcast?
So here's an update for that.
Oh, no.
No, she is not.
Okay, good.
But I've even kicked it up a notch. Okay? We were having dinner the other day, and we were talking about the podcast, and I was like, hey, I want you to listen to the podcast. You should listen to the podcast. And she goes, I'm never going to subscribe to the podcast. Like, I'm never going to listen to it constantly.
Sure.
And I was like, well, I just want just one episode. She's like, I will listen to one episode if it means that much to you. And I was like, it does. So I actually went to her computer and downloaded episode 6, which is where we lay out 6-1 and 6-2. So the news and our made-up Death of Joker storyline.
Yep.
I was like, these are 2 you should listen to. Listen to these. I downloaded them onto the computer because she wouldn't have even been able to figure out how to do that.
Yep.
Still has not listened to them.
Chimney Christmas.
It's amazing. It's So no, the answer is no. She's not listening to them.
It's gotten closer, though.
She'll never listen to them. Still doesn't listen to it. Never will listen to it. If you're listening to this now, Sarah, you're full of shit. You're not listening to this. I know you're full of crap. You're not listening to this. One of your crap friends told you that I said this, and you're coming back at me.
Crap friends.
Listen, if they spoil this, because I've said this many, many times, if you're one of the friends of my wife and you're listening to this podcast, don't tell her about this. That being said, if you did tell her about this, you're a crap friend. You're a crap friend to me, and you're a crap friend to Andrew, who you probably don't know, but that doesn't matter. The point is, don't tell her. Don't tell her.
If she isn't interested in this sort of stuff,
then God knows who else
well,
is.
would her friends be? What are the chances that a friend of hers is listening to this?
Probably better because they know me less.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The
Makes
more
no
you get
sense.
to know me, the less me you want. That's really what I'm trying to get at. And she married me, so, boy, she just tries to avoid me at all costs.
Can you imagine if she listened to the podcast then?
I mean, episode 6, as these go on, episode 6 is better for her to listen to because I get more ranty about how she's never going to listen to this.
You know what I realized? I re-listened to 6.2, the Joker story.
Yeah.
And you know what I realized is that you and I would make a great directing team in
Yeah.
that, because you keep coming up with, during that episode, you just keep coming up with like concepts and ideas and pictures.
Right.
And I keep trying to get to those. So like
Right.
you come
You
up with
fill
you're
in the
like,
story and
you're
I'm
like, you know
like,
what'd be
when we
great?
get there.
Joker Venom. You know what'd be great? He's in a duplex. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, why is he? Okay, well,
Right.
because you know what? He's alone. Okay, well, all the people leave then. Like that's our.
I'm like
sort
the
of
John
team up.
Peters of our group. Like, I'm like, hey, Superman should just fight a spider or something like that. And you're like, and I'm like, go make it work. Great. So that's
Giant
good.
metal spider.
Yeah, I'm like, everybody loves polar bears. Let's do
That's
that.
true.
They're the deadliest, whatever the story is. All right. Oh, there's so much news. There's so much news happening. There's so much. You're looking at my iPad, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah. So okay. So I gotta get to this first before we get to any news.
Okay.
So I like comics. You like comics.
They're fine.
We love comics.
Yeah, they're good.
Everybody who went to New York Comic Con loves comics.
And us.
And us. and us. Everybody who went and us, and then that's it. We wouldn't have a podcast, they wouldn't have a convention if people didn't make comics, right?
Correct.
Right. So I found this...
Or it certainly would have a different name.
Yeah, it would definitely be a very
New
different
York
one.
Television Convention or something, which doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Nah, it sounds a lot more boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mad Men panel, I think, would be very dull and dry. But I found this program. I would assume if you're listening to this podcast, or you went to the Comic-Con, or you're into comics, that some of you out there would like to be in the industry and make comics. And I actually found this program. It's the Dundee Comics Creative Space. Now this is a place. It's run out of the University of Dundee, which is actually in Scotland.
You'd think it was in Australia.
You'd think it would be in Australia, but it's not. University of Dundee is in Scotland. You know who else comes from Scotland? Grant Morrison. I'm filling in for you. Grant Morrison comes from Scotland. Over the years, the UK especially has gotten a lot more of a comic space, and they've cultivated a lot of really great artists. This is a really great place to go as I was looking more into it. The creative space is a great place that you can go to through the university and take different programs and different lectures, meet industry professionals, and get feedback through that. You get experience created art, and then you get feedback from those people. You can find out, you can explore, have your portfolio looked at by them. And like I said, it's run through the University of Dundee, who actually has several programs you can master in for the comics industry. You can actually get a master's in comics and graphic novels. You can get a master's degree in comics and graphic novels.
What are we even doing in this country?
I don't even know why like people try and make comics in this country. If you can go to Scotland and get a master's in this.
Yeah.
Some people that have come through and talk there, Dave Gibbons. Dave Gibbons, obviously one of the writers of The Watchmen. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that again because I said the title wrong. Watchmen. Not The Watchmen, Watchmen. See, if I had gone to the University of Dundee, I'd know that.
Yep.
I'd know that.
Assuming you went for your master's in comic and graphic novels.
I think if you
went for
general,
something else.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. basically, I wanted to give them a shout out because they're a really interesting program. If you're interested in being in the industry, and not just a reader, but actually creating art and furthering the medium of comics, it's something that's definitely worth looking into. If you go to Dundee, D-U-N-D-D, I'm sorry,
Yep.
D-U-N-D-E-E, I speak on the radio, DUNDEE.ac.uk. That is a lot of letters. It's
a lot of dots.
It's a lot of dots. That's the website for the University of Dundee. You can go through there and find out more. DUNDEE.ac.uk.
I have a question.
I hopefully have an answer.
Are they paying us for this advertisement?
No, they're not.
Are they paying you for this advertisement?
In no way are they paying me.
Are you lying?
I am not lying.
Okay, good.
They are not paying me. No, I found out about this. I looked into it. I thought, this is really interesting. It's a cool thing.
Yeah, it sounds
like
really
I said, through the university, they have this Dundee Comics Creative Space, which is just a nice hub for a lot of creative people to go to share their work, find peers to work with, and just get feedback. You know, this is one of those industries that's notorious for, it's hard to know where to go.
Yeah.
A lot of people doodle and they draw in their basement, and then they have nowhere to go with it.
Well, it's interesting, too. You know, a lot of educational facilities and a lot of educational pathways lead to other just as fruitful and enjoyable experiences.
Right.
So, like, both of us have degrees in art in some way.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of the things that you can do, so you could go to this... you should pursue things that are interesting to you,
right?
Without necessarily the dedication of being a writer or an artist, but just, you know what, I really enjoy graphic novels and comics. I want to go to a place that will teach me about this, and then once you get out of there, you might end up being in marketing for comics, or selling them, or making them, or producing them. There's any number of opportunities for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, they have other masters that are kind of in that artistic realm. They have a master's in animation and VFX.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, like you said, it all kind of connects.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that visual medium, this is definitely a program that's worth checking out.
Yeah,
so
that sounds pretty
cool. I just want to give that a little shout out. Like I said,
sounds pretty nice. And we didn't make any money from this.
We made no money from this. I might be losing money from this. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
That's a good point. I don't know anything about this. So.
I have, yeah.
So I can neither confirm nor deny.
Right, exactly.
But you seem pretty adamant about it.
Also,
cool.
DundeeComicsCreativespace.com.
That's
probably
a little
the easiest
easier.
way to go. DundeeComicsCreativespace.com.
Which one has fewer letters?
Definitely the first one I said, but the second one is...
Has fewer dots.
Yeah, go with the one with less dots.
Fewer.
Yeah, DundeeComicsCreativespace.com. Someone's going to go there.
Yeah.
They're going to come out.
They're going to get an education.
They're going to get an education. They're going to create something.
They're going to make the next The Watchmen.
Fuck you. They're going to come out. They're going to create something amazing. And then we're going to be able to still be here talking about it.
That's true.
So, you're welcome, future us. For
assuming you listen to these.
Assuming that we're listening to this.
Yeah.
By then I'll have joined my wife in not listening to this.
All right, so on to a week and a half worth of news.
Yeah, really. So, all right, Andrew, as we said before the New York Comic Con happened, there's so many news. So many news? So much
so
news.
Fewer news.
So fewer news. So much news. So many trailers.
Yes.
We got to get to. As always, I have Marvel news. I have DC news. The choice is yours. What do you want to start with?
Fantastic Beasts. Was that it?
You caught me so off guard with that.
I want to know, was that it?
No, it's not. No. Honest to God, there's so much news. You
didn't have anything?
You can just pick one or the other, and I'm going to have news about it. So just pick one.
Oh, okay. Usually it's a trap.
Yeah, usually it's a trap, but there's literally, I have like pages of news that we got to get to.
Marvel.
Too bad I want to talk about Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I really thought you were going to switch it to Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, that would have been amazing, though. This story came out a while ago, and I don't think we actually talked about it. Nickelodeon is making a made-for-TV movie about Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I actually didn't know it was made for TV. I thought it was like a full thing.
Yeah, well, it's a TV movie.
That's made for TV. I was unaware.
But they just announced the premiere date it's going to be on November 26th, which is a little over a month, almost 2 months, a little less than 2 months. We'll say. What's the matter?
I don't think it's... Did you see the trailer?
No, I didn't even know there was a trailer.
There's a trailer. That's how I found out about it.
Oh, okay.
It's not good.
I mean...
to say the least.
When was the last time Nickelodeon did a TV movie?
I mean, probably constantly. We just don't hear about them because they're terrible.
That's true, because we're over the age of 11 or something.
Well, I guess, but we know about the Power Rangers stuff, and...
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I mean, were you into Legends?
I loved it.
I loved it, too. So when I first heard this story, I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
I was really hoping they were bringing the TV show back.
No. You know what I'd love? I'd actually really like... here's... Maybe, I mean, I haven't seen the trailer, so, and you say it's crap, so what do I know?
It looks really bad.
But I think it'd be cool, actually, if they just made this into a TV show. Dramatized TV show.
Sure.
Like, if this was a backdoor pilot.
Yeah, have an extensive arc.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
We don't have, like, this generation, and by this generation, I mean the generation before us.
Mm-hmm.
These whippersnappers.
Yeah.
They don't have, like a good Indiana Jones influence. This could be that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Han Solo movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was just announced that there were 3 young ladies that actually just read for it.
Do we know what character?
No, that's the thing. They read for a lead role.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the character is. Interesting note, though. So these are the 3 women. It's Zoe Kravitz.
Oh.
Who was in X-Men First Class and Mad Max Fury Road.
Yep.
Naomi Scott,
mm-hmm.
who's in Terra Nova.
Okay.
And Tessa Thompson, who was in Creed.
Sure.
And it's going to be in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The thing that's really interesting about this, 3 young ladies of color.
Well, when you were reading that off, I started to wonder, there's a possibility that they'll be playing Han Solo's fake wife.
Yes. I did see that report, that the rumor abounds about that.
I didn't even know that had happened, that these readings were being done.
Sure.
But I remember when that was a thing.
When the fake wife thing.
Because it was huge that a comics issue ended with a woman saying, Leia's like, "Who are you, lady?" And she's like, "I'm his wife."
Yeah.
And that was huge.
It makes total sense that that Han Solo would have a wife that he never mentioned.
I think it turned out that he didn't. There was something else.
But he could. But I think that's interesting. I think it's I'm fascinated to see who this possible original character is.
Yeah.
And who they might be playing. I really like Tessa Thompson.
Okay.
I mean, knowing nothing about whatever role she's reading for,
mm-hmm.
but I just Creed.
I haven't seen it.
It's amazing. It's so freaking good. It was like my top movie of the year 2 years after it came out, because it's every time I watch it, I'm like, this is the best movie ever.
All right, I should check it out.
Yeah, it's really good.
I really like Zoe Kravitz. She's really
who
good.
was she in X-Men First Class?
The one with
the stripper? Is she not the stripper? Yeah, no, with the moth wings?
Yeah, I think so.
I forget what
that would be my guess.
X-Men name is. Yeah.
We could just be racist, but it could be someone else, but
no, I think that's her.
I think so.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know who Tessa Thompson is in Thor Ragnarok either, but I'm looking forward to her.
Yeah, no one knows yet.
Yeah.
I think she's Thor's body double. I think that's...
Yeah, that's true. They look like exactly the same. This was interesting. So DC is going to be relaunching the Wildstorm imprint. Do you know anything about what the Wildstorm imprint was?
No.
So this contains a little bit of comic history.
All right.
So around the mid 90s,
mm-hmm.
like 6 or 7 comic writers banded together, and they formed Image Comics.
Oh.
Todd McFarlane was one of them, which is how we get Spawn. Mm-hmm. And Jim Lee was another. So what the idea of Image was that they would share the publication company of Image, but that and that alone.
Okay.
So everything else, like if you created a character, that's your character. You get all the money from that. You get all the rights from it. Everything like that. Because they were tired of creating all these different characters for the big 2 for DC and Marvel, and then of course those are automatically the property of DC.
Right.
So you can negotiate some sort of royalty right or something like that, but the multitude of the money, the majority of the money goes to them.
And the rights, generally.
And the rights.
Like your I forget what they call that, but your creative assets,
or
whatever.
Exactly. So these 7 creators went off and created Image. and then created various imprints under the Image banner.
Yeah.
And Jim Lee's was the Wildstorm imprint.
Oh, okay.
So you had a lot of had a lot of different titles that were under the Wildstorm imprint. What the fuck? Someone is whistling very loud outside Andrew's window right now. Wildcats was the kind of the main one that came through, but there were a lot of others. A couple, actually, I'm trying to find which ones made it into the new 52. Gen 13, Wetworks, and Stormwatch was one that actually made it into the new 52 along with Grifter and Voodoo.
Oh.
And since then, they've kind of gotten rid of it. He sold the Wildstorm imprint to DC a couple years ago because it stopped making money.
Yeah.
And then they use the characters tangentially sometimes, but then they kind of discontinued it.
Yeah.
So DC just announced this week or last week that they're going to bring back the Wildstorm imprint.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be run by Warren Ellis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Of Extremis fame and various other things, Planetary. Judge Dredd, I think he did as well.
All right.
So it's a good name to be running under it. It's going to run, as far as I know, it's going to run parallel to the DC universe. I don't think that they're not going to incorporate it into the main DC universe.
Because they want it to succeed?
Well, no, I mean, right now Rebirth is doing pretty well. Everything.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought you meant the movie universe.
Oh, no, this is actual comics.
Got it. We talk so rarely about
the actual comics. I'm now trying to find one story per podcast to make it seem like we actually read these things. But they're going to bring it back. Like I said, it's going to run, I think, parallel to the DC universe. So it's not going to be in constant continuity. But you can probably expect there's going to be some crossover. There's going to be some, oh my god, we found a rift in the dimension, and this guy came through, or some such shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. Warren Ellis is a good name.
Yes.
So when that was announced, I was like, all right, I trust that if Warren Ellis is involved.
You were not a huge fan of Extremis, but it was
but I know him and I know his work, and it was well done. And so, like I said, I definitely. It's not like they got some Joe Schmo. Yeah. It's not like they were like, hey, we're starting Wildstorm and Zack Snyder's in charge or some shit. Right. Did you see who was spotted on the set of Punisher? Of the Punisher Netflix series? Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. Deborah Ann Woll was spotted on the set of Punisher. So it's not... I mean, obviously, we were going to have somebody show up.
Well, and I'm not surprised at all that it's her. I mean, they had many moments together in Daredevil Season 2.
And I got to say, those were some of my favorite moments of that series, or of that season.
When he's running through the hospital, and then she's running out with the Irish mobster guy. Right. That was pretty great. And even the moments they had together.
How would you feel about, in this Marvel universe, a Karen Page Punisher romance?
It could be done well, but it would need to be about how they are attracted to each other and want to have a romantic life relationship together, right? But they just can't, right? But you're not against it. Like you're not one of those people who are like, no, that's Daredevil's girlfriend. Yeah, no, I don't care.
Yeah, no, like I said, I thought they had really good chemistry together.
Yeah. And Daredevil's fucking up left and right with the ladies. So
that's true. That's.
I mean, he's also blind, but
plus, also, if I gotta see one more scene between him and Foggy fighting it out because they won't admit to each other that they both like Karen
or each other
just like I'd actually rather like skip Daredevil season 3 and be on Punisher for a season. And have them try and like have an actual romance. I think that'd actually be cool. And then have her come back as a completely different person.
And she finds out that Foggy and Matt Murdock are married.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah. Because they fight like an old married couple anyway. Jesus. But yeah, I'd actually think that's rather interesting to have her be on... Yeah, kind of the same way the Night Nurse was in Luke Cage, which we'll get to.
I want as many cameos as possible.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think they're worried about that because they seem to be very apprehensive and hesitant.
I don't know why.
I don't know either. I want as many as possible.
Yeah, chuck it all in, man. Yeah. We love it. It's great. We'll eat it up. I get, you can't quite always do it because of schedule. Like, there's practical reasoning to it. But, when you can do it, do it. Like, throw it all in.
I guess. I mean, I even think, you could have... See, if you have any fight scenes that take place or big explosive scenes from either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or any of the movies,
right.
I think you could almost CGI in someone looking down this, like maybe Luke Cage or whichever show we're watching, looks down the street and sees like Captain America chasing off after someone like 50 blocks away. Yeah. And it won't look bad because it's so far away.
Well, it makes for an interesting thing with the timeline. Then.
Yes.
Like we talked... in the last episode, when we were talking about the first 5 episodes of Luke Cage, I said, like, it's interesting because I don't really know...
Right, they don't address
blatantly. Directly where in the timeline this falls until kind of later on.
Right.
And so, but that's always interesting. Like, instead of... You don't have to just hammer it in. Yeah. Like, this is where we are. Just have a thing, and it's like, oh, that's... So this is all happening all at once. Yeah. That's cool.
Well, I think it would be really interesting, too, because they try to imply... They do a great job implying. They over-imply the incident and the guy with the hammer and the big green guy. Right. And they reference those in all the shows, and they imply very heavily. But I would really like to see a version of Manhattan that is just riddled with crime, and heroes are constantly... Like, you look over and you're like, oh, there's the Hulk. Or it probably wouldn't be him because he's off doing whatever he's doing. But
no, but I get what you're saying. I get the idea.
Oh, look, there's Hawkeye.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's funny because one of the most interesting moments of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe for me took place actually at the end of season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was, and I hadn't seen Winter Soldier at this time, so it did kind of spoil that at the end, but it tied heavily into the events of Winter Soldier because they revealed that Hydra had been infecting S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, that was huge.
And so it was huge, and it was really interesting because it wasn't just kind of what they've been doing now with the Netflix series, which is this happens, then this happens, then A happens, then B, then C, then D, and it follows in that order.
Yeah.
It was all just like in at once. Like there was a storyline going through and it gets cut in the middle.
As soon as the movie came out.
As the movie came out, it's like, no, this is when this happens. So anything that's going on now just gets completely interrupted and upended.
Yeah.
Because this whole other thing now takes precedence.
Do you think that's a good way to do these shows? Or do you think that it ruins the movies for people who are like, I'll see it in a couple weeks when the hype dies down? Or should they just be expected not to watch the show until they see the movie?
Listen, I think you can, because like I said, it did kind of spoil the twist of Winter Soldier for me. That being said... I still loved Winter Soldier.
Well, yeah. That's
you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't...
Well, that's the thing we keep saying on this podcast, is that a movie with a twist is fine, but if knowing the twist makes the movie bad, then you have a bad movie. Then you have
no movie, anyway. And that was the other thing, is I had the same reaction that everyone had to the end of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That just at a different point watching something else. You know what I mean? It was the same exact reaction that they wanted in the movie theater. Yeah. I just had it on my couch watching a TV show of the same thing. So you still get the same reaction.
Yeah.
I would have, I could have gone to see Winter Soldier, had the oh my gosh twist reaction to it, and then watched the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and been like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen, but this is really interesting.
Right.
It's 6 of one and half a dozen of another. Sure. It doesn't really matter. But I just love the idea of, if you're going to create a really 360-degree dimensional world, that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? 3-dimensional, 360 degrees.
360 dimensions.
Yeah,
I know 360
what you said. Dimensions.
I know what you meant.
Then you can get that by having events of one thing just jam itself into another. Like, everything has to stop right now in the middle of, at the episode 8 of Luke Cage.
Yeah.
If Doctor Strange came out, this is hypothetical, obviously.
Sure. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But, if something crazy happened in Doctor Strange that would have fallen at episode 8 of Luke Cage, then everything's got to stop and we'll deal with that.
Well, it's interesting because I was just going to say... And
how does that affect the episode 9 through 13?
Right. I mean, we'll talk about this later, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is something that is released week to week.
Right.
Whereas Luke Cage, you get all episodes at once.
Yeah,
the Netflix shows all come out at the same time. Right. So you can't really do that in between episodes.
Yeah. You can't, but at the same time, you kind of... I mean, if they know when things are going to be...
Yeah.
Launched, when they're going to be, I would say, yeah. So I say you can do it. If you're really worried about it, put a spoiler alert at the beginning of the episode.
You know, I actually agree with you, and I say no spoiler alert. I really 100%. I need to be reminded every time we record an episode that if your twist makes your movie good, then you have a bad movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would say yes. If it's just spoiling the twist, you know, if you're going to talk heavily about what happens throughout the events of. Going back to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, if you're going to talk heavily about what happens throughout the events of Winter Soldier, like you know, it's running parallel to the movie, and so you're talking about every act point, then put a spoiler alert.
Sure,
if it's just the twist,
they shouldn't do that then, in my opinion. I think it should be like, okay, the movie happened. Well, what are the effects of? What is the biggest thing that happened? And how does it affect us? Because that's pretty good, I think. Yeah. Because when you think about it too, the Hydra twist is one event that occurred in that movie. There's a million other things that happen in that movie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's why I wasn't really upset about learning the twist on the television show. Also, rest in peace, Gary Shandling. Who was the first person to say "Hail Hydra"?
Was he really
in that movie?
Oh,
he was the first. He was the first. Like, I'm a senator.
That's right.
And then he's like, "Hail Hydra."
Yeah, that was pretty good. Every time he says that, I'm like, oh, that's such a good moment.
Yeah.
But to get back to the original point, yeah, I think I would actually rather see her on Punisher, Deborah Ann Woll.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, I think you could put anybody on the Punisher and they would be better because that character is so interesting and they're finally doing it right.
Ooh. This is way earlier than we usually get. I think I'm just going to talk as if Andrew's sitting across from me. No, like I said, I think what I would really like is she's on the Punisher for season 1. Yeah. She's like the love interest.
Sure, yeah.
And then she's like not there for Defenders or whatever.
Okay.
Whenever that takes place, as opposed to the Punisher's in conjunction with the Punisher's storyline.
Right.
And then she comes back for the next season of Daredevil. She like skips that, but when she comes back, she's been completely changed by the events of having a romance with Frank Castle and seeing whatever she's seen in blah 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 blah. And so now, the person that Daredevil had fallen in love with is not really there anymore. And then you can, you know...
Yeah, there's somewhere to go from there.
There's somewhere to go from there, as opposed to just spinning your wheels with the same damn story.
I really like her, too. I didn't at first, but she's really grown.
She's grown.
I wonder if there's a way to make her sort of the Oracle, and not literal,
I know
but
what you're saying.
Like Batgirl turns into the Oracle.
Yeah.
Like sort of like a behind the scenes, but still in the show, like maybe for the Defenders.
Right. Yeah.
Because she has lots of ties with the police and
that's true. She does.
Like
yeah, because she's a reporter now, which is weird. But okay, sure. Hey, speaking of Marvel, Forrest Whitaker joined Black Panther. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah.
Not the movie, not the organization. Yeah, that's really exciting. Forrest Whitaker, listen, I mean...
He's great.
If you're... is he going to die in this movie? You could put him on the side of wise old black man.
Yeah, he's an older black man.
Yeah,
so
it's
likely.
He's playing...
It's a good to fair chance.
What's the name of this guy he's playing? Zuri, which is an elder... This is the description that they give. Whitaker will play the role of Zuri, an elder statesman in Wakanda. So he's as good as dead.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's going to die. As we discussed last episode, if you're a wise old black man in the Marvel Universe, you're doomed.
Yeah.
Just kiss your ass goodbye.
I feel like there's going to be a moment where, like, there's a behind-the-scenes moment of Luke Cage where he finds his first gray hair, and he's like, no, God, no! And someone just immediately stabs him.
Just kills him. Yeah, they just Judas bullet him right in the head. But that's exciting. I mean...
Yeah, he's great.
They're just stacking the deck with this cast. Between...
Do we know, or do you think, that Andy Serkis will be the main villain as Claw? Because he is generally, we've seen him he was in Ultron as that character, and that character is generally Black Panther's arch nemesis.
You know, in this one, I think not.
All right.
I think they're going to set him up.
Yeah.
Has he been confirmed that he's going to be in the movie at all?
I think it's like, well, yeah, why would he even be an Ultron unless you were trying to do that?
Right. I feel like he's not going to be the main villain because I think they already said Michael B. Jordan is the main villain.
Oh, really?
So I think he's going to show up for like a couple of scenes to kind of lay some more groundwork for that character.
Yeah.
And then sequel.
Well, in the
go ahead.
Oh, okay. In the comics, he's missing an arm. He's got like a fake arm.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really good if at some point they like rip his arm off and then someone goes to high five him or bro fist him.
That'd be so awkward. It'd be amazing. That's just the whole scene. It's just that he's like, he just gets his arm ripped off and like at the end of the scene someone's like, you still survived, high five.
Ooh,
so awkward.
Ooh.
No, then yeah, you're right. I forgot if he had lost his arm in Ultron.
I think he might. There's like a scene where Ultron is torturing him by breaking his arm, but I don't think he like rips it off or anything. He just got a broken arm.
Then if that's true, then he gets his arm ripped off in this movie and he's back for the next movie.
All right.
Because the other thing is someone brought up I forget who brought it up or where I'd heard this, but Marvel villains tend to be doppelgangers.
Not interesting.
Yeah, not interesting. Well, they tend to be doppelgangers of whatever hero
that's true.
that they are facing.
Yep.
And the Claw is kind of not.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but I mean, they know too that they've been doing that, like,
right?
You know,
but I think that the wheels are already set in motion for the Black Panther movie.
Because I think that's why we got the Purple Man and Jessica Jones.
Yes, because
Ant-Man happened, and people were like, "Oh, look,
I get it.
Ant-Man versus a Bee-Man."
I get it. Yeah. So I think the Black Panther movie is already set in motion, so they can't change that course.
Yeah.
But I think going out, after Doctor Strange, I think that's gonna change. Which is why the sequel, I'm sure you'll get the Claw. You'll get something kind of opposite.
Did you know that none of the Black Panther was like, so that Black Panther suit in Civil War, fully CGI the entire time?
What?
Yeah, right?
No.
Yes. They announced that, Marvel announced that. Not really announced it, but they were like, oh, by the way, like, this is how far our CGI has come. There's not a moment where there's a person in a real Black Panther suit in that movie.
You know, now that I think about it, I never saw one spy shot of... Son of a bitch.
I know. It's really good.
Well...
And, you know,
Take my money, Marvel.
Robert Downey Jr. hasn't put on a real piece of the Iron Man suit since Iron Man 2.
The top now.
Yeah, even that is mostly not the case.
Yeah, it's usually CGI. Yeah. But what I think, like, when it's, like, shot from, chest up, it's just the chest plate.
Yeah, I think you're
And he's just wearing green pants.
Yeah, and heels.
No, actually, no, I'm a liar. Even for some of the body shots,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, a lot of
he wears the green.
Oh, you think for
because there's been shots of him. He has the top because the top doesn't have to function as much as the bottom does. Because the chest plate would just stay the same in real life.
Sure.
So he has the top on, but just the motion capture green spandex pants on the bottom and like a pair of Nikes or something. And then they CGI in the legs.
You got to be really secure with yourself to be in a Marvel movie.
Listen, when you made as much movie, when you have made an entire cinematic universe off of your own name, and I'm talking about RDJ, you can wear whatever you can roll in whatever you want.
Do you think that's why he requests so high an income from them?
He's like, I'm going to walk around in green spandex pants for
tennis balls
16 hours. All right, you're going to pay me $40 million. And they're like, all right, just give it to him. He's like, you put these on.
Yeah, we're not going to put, all right, you win.
Give me the money. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good.
That's generally
hey, guess what? There's a Wolverine movie coming out.
There is. What's it about?
What's it not about?
What characters are going to be in it besides Wolverine?
Well, we know Professor X is going to be in it. You would know more about this. I actually brought this up because you would know more about this than I do, and I actually had questions about it.
I can name many characters that won't be in it.
Okay, who won't be in it?
Hawkeye.
Yeah, he won't.
Anyone else who's in that comic.
Right.
Other than maybe January Jones or whatever that is. Emma Frost.
We found out that a guy named Boyd Holbrook is going to be in it.
A character or an actor?
No, an actor. He's an actor.
I was like, I don't know what that is.
He's going to be... where is it? Here it is. Nope, that's not. He's been having a good week. Because he's also going to be in. You know what? I'm gonna go off on this tangent. So Boyd Holbrook not only got cast in
Old Man Logan.
Logan.
I think it's
which
called
is now
Logan.
called Logan,
right, yeah.
which is the original story I was gonna tell. The Old Man Logan is now just called Logan. That's the official working title. Got a poster. Did you see the poster?
I did.
Looks. I actually like it. Some people didn't like it. I think it looks kind of neat.
I don't like what it implies because
He's holding a small person's hand, or
small person,
small child's hand.
Well, here's what I don't like about it specifically.
Okay.
It looks like they're deviating heavily from the plot of the comic.
Well, that's only because they have no choice but to.
No, you can switch out the characters.
Yeah.
My worry is that they're gonna Iron Man 3 this, where they're gonna just like make it a buddy movie with a child.
Right. No, I think that, but they think they've already kind of touched on that. It's definitely going to be him. Oh, here it is.
Who's that child then?
Well, you have to go and watch the movie to find out. They're not just going to lay it out for you.
All right.
I mean, there were a couple of other kind of promo shots that they showed. One was like of a severed arm with a shotgun on the ground. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That looks pretty cool. So Boyd Holbrook, I don't know what is with me today. I cannot pronounce a damn word. Boyd Holbrook, he got cast in Logan.
Yeah, you said that. Are you having a stroke?
I think that I am.
Should I call an ambulance?
Possibly. He's going to be playing White Bishop. Do you know who this is? White Bishop of the
It's
Inner
like Black
Circle
Panther,
Club,
but it's White Bishop.
The Inner Circle of the Hellfire Club. Do you know what the Hellfire Club is? You're my Marvel man. I'm depending on you right now.
Nope.
Man, we are just
clue.
Killing it this time.
What is that?
This is White Bishop in the comics.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
What comics has he been in? Like, what arcs? What?
X-Men? I don't know.
He looks like a similar character art to Apocalypse.
The character... yeah, so the character was a quadriplegic with artificial limbs, abilities, firing energy out of his hands. I guess he's a lot like the $6 Million Man.
Did he fire energy out of his hands?
No, but he has like those abilities plus firing energy out of his hands.
Oh, great. They rebuilt him. They made him better and stronger.
Yeah, he runs the Reavers. Do you know what the Reavers are?
Nah, man.
Jeez. This all sounds very mid-90s. Everything that I've heard.
It actually feels a little older than that to me, but could be.
So anyway, White Bishop is going to be a character in this storyline. I think it seems like he's going to be, if not the main villain.
The thing that I keep hearing is that what's his face, Essex, Mr. Sinister, is going to be the main villain.
Yeah.
Which this is worrying me even more about this movie because look, the great
nobody knows any of the characters.
The great thing about Old Man Logan is that you're taking characters that everybody knows and then showing where they are in like 40 years.
Yeah.
So you know these characters. They need to bring back James Marsden as Cyclops.
Yeah.
They need to bring back...
Give him one eye.
Sure. Bring back Anna Paquin as Rogue. Put these Halle Berry as Storm. Jean Grey. Like, put all these people who were in the first movie as their characters. And the first kids. 3, maybe.
I don't know.
No, man, them.
But I'm just saying,
and
like, do something with those characters.
And old them up, or make them dead. Like, just really establish, you know? Because actually, you know what? You know what's interesting? Cyclops and... what if Cyclops is blind?
Yeah, no, but that's what... But I kind that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of love him having one eye, because then he's literally a Cyclops.
Yeah, I got your joke. It wasn't funny.
I actually wasn't trying to make a joke, and then after I said it, I was like, oh, it'd actually be a Cyclops.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, too, like, it'd be really interesting to have him be blind.
Right.
Because he just opens his eyes and shit flies out. What if that still works, but he can't see even with the visor on?
Yeah.
Or maybe the post-apocalypse... I mean, we've already gone over this a million times with different ideas, but maybe the post-apocalypse has been so bad that he no longer has a visor that works.
Yeah. Well, supposedly what it's going to be is... it's going to be Old Man Logan whose healing abilities are slowed because of age, just like in the comics.
Yeah.
And then Professor X, whose mind is going.
Right.
He's becoming senile. Which is, that I will say is a detail that sounds very interesting.
Well, I was going to say too, there's actually...
Plus, Patrick Stewart being just going to act the shit out of that.
Well, and I mean, we need to get him in as many X-Men movies as possible.
That's true.
He is the perfect choice to play that character. Always has been and always will be.
Yeah.
But I was going to say as well, there's actually a short film that I wish I could remember the name of But it tackles the idea of a superhero world that is maybe 40 or 50 years into the making.
Okay.
And two characters have to figure out what to do with their dad, who's senile and keeps melting the house.
Oh.
Because he gets confused and doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So let's have some house melting in Logan. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Yep. Speaking of Boyd Holbrook, this is why I brought this up.
Yeah.
He was in the news twice. This is based on a story that we reported, and I'm actually really sad about this. He is replacing Benicio del Toro in the new Predator movie. I know, right? I was really looking forward to this movie. Now I'm only kind of looking forward to this movie. I'm still intrigued by it again because Shane Black is writing and directing. I think it's a good lineup for this. But I was really looking forward to
yeah, me too.
Benicio del Toro.
I'll wait and see how the reviews are and then
Crazy
decide
Assassin versus.
Because now I'm on the fence. Now I'm like, I'll wait and see how people like it before I see it.
I was really disappointed by that. Justice League. A photo of Mera, of Amber Heard as Mera, just got released 2 seconds ago.
Oh, cool.
Where is it? Right here. Let me pull it up for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
As with everything with this movie, it looks really good.
As with all DC movies.
It looks really good.
Yep.
I mean, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, I'm really excited about this. I mean, this is... there's so many characters in this, and they're really kind of treating this with, I don't want to say earnesty, but they are throwing things in and not half-assing it as far as it's Mera in a full costume.
Yeah,
it's not
it looks
just
like her.
Some girl that we call her Mera and she might be that's her from the comics.
You'd pick her out in the crowd.
Be good.
Definitely.
So I'm really interested to see where this goes. We have Jim Gordon, we have Mera, we have all these tangential characters kind of floating around this.
Yeah.
It all looks really good.
Yeah.
I want this to work so badly.
Do you think if this fails as badly as the other movies, that's it?
No, because they still have the Ben Affleck Batman movie.
Do you think that's it for Snyder?
Yes, I do think that's it for Snyder. I do. Because you can't... I mean, it's what's the term in business? It's
shitty?
No, but it's just diminishing returns.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You put Man of Steel out, and it did really well.
Yeah.
But it was reviewed
lukewarm.
I would say slightly above lukewarm.
See, I would say slightly above half. It was lukewarm.
But that's what I'm saying.
Not room temperature. It was warmish.
Right, and then you put out Batman v Superman, and it still does really well, but it's reviewed lukewarm.
Well, the reason it did really well, too, is because you've got a gimmick in the title.
Right.
This does not.
Yeah.
So if it's bad, it's not going to do as well.
And you've kind of spent your gimmick.
Your
gimmick is, let's put heroes that have never been on screen together.
Yeah.
And it's a new version of this one hero that we've never seen before, and you have a third hero that you've never seen ever before.
Right.
And we're putting all of them together.
At least they're doing it differently than Marvel did, in that Marvel presented us with a movie for each person and then a movie with them all together.
Yeah.
And normally I would say this is not, what DC is doing is not the right way to do it, but I would much rather them do something different than what Marvel did.
Yes.
So they're just going to make a movie where they just bring in a bunch of new people that we've never seen before, which might work, it might not, but at least it's new.
No, I mean, listen, with the storyline that they created for Batman v Superman, I think this formula works better. And by that I mean it's establishing Batman has been around for a while. So it's not even the Marvel Cinematic Universe kicked off with Iron Man, and while technically Captain America happens chronologically beforehand,
sure,
that's pretty much it. That's the only one.
It does until the last 5 minutes.
But what I'm saying is, really with Iron Man, it's Iron Man started and then kicked off these series of events where another one joined and another one joined and another one joined. Whereas the DC universe said, nope, this has been going on forever.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of it now. You just didn't realize it.
That's good. Yeah.
So it makes more sense to just say, let's have a Justice League movie because all these characters have been around. We just haven't shown them. Yeah. They have backstories that you'll learn about, but we're just going to throw you right in the middle of it. But yeah, I mean, it looks really good. Something that we know is going to be good.
Yes.
Because it comes from Marvel.
Yep.
Iron Fist got a release date.
Oh, buddy. And a trailer.
Iron Fist got a trailer. It got a date announcement trailer, a poster, a trailer.
I'm excited.
A release date.
I'm excited for Danny Rand.
Oh, man. Here's the bad news. March 17th is the release date. And that is bad news because it's not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes you sad, doesn't it?
It's actually closer than I would expect, but
you know what? It's farther than I expected, but I think that's because we had Jessica Jones happen in when? Maybe it felt to me like Jessica Jones happened, and then Luke Cage was happening like not too long after Jessica. Jones.
I thought it was like a full year. I thought it was like September.
Or I'm sorry, Daredevil season 2.
Oh.
No, I guess that was in March, wasn't it? Was that in March?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. I have
no idea. Here's the thing. After we get all 4 of these End of Defenders series, we have 5 series that are all going to be
just
re-upping.
Spinning. I know.
Just going and going and going.
I just want more. I just want them all now. I want them
so
all
good.
now.
I can't wait for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Did you see the Iron Fist trailer?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God.
So, you know what? All right. So Iron Fist is coming out March 17th. That's going to segue into the last part of this news segment that I want to talk about. Bunch of trailers dropped.
Yep.
Bunch of them.
Yep.
I'm going to do kind of like a lightning round of what dropped and your reactions to them.
Yep.
Okay. Since we're talking about it right now, Iron Fist.
Fantastic.
Looks so good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it looks really great.
Yep. I'm
Lone
excited
Fist
for the.
Looks great.
Yep. I'm excited for the choreography. Looks really good.
There's they're hinting at like a kind of a hallway-esque scene that is not quite Daredevil, but
they're bringing mysticism in, which is good.
It's gonna be so good. I'm excited.
At the same time as right after Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So
do you think there's gonna be some Doctor Strange references to it?
No.
No?
I don't think so. There might be, but if there are, it'll be in the same way as, like, that guy with the hammer and the dude with the cloak.
Right. You don't think anything that happens in Doctor Strange is going to play into Iron Fist?
No, I don't. Because they're not... The comics aren't related that way, really. Other than he leads the Defenders.
Right. Okay. Still looks amazing, though.
Yeah, looks great.
Oh, so good.
Yep.
Did you see the new Pirates of the Caribbean trailer?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm pretty sick of it.
Yeah, that was really going to be my question. Like, do we even care anymore?
Nope.
No. Johnny Depp, not in the trailer at all.
Nope.
Javier Bardem in it, the whole trailer.
He's fine.
It looks, listen, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm done
It looks good. Like, it looks, and by that I mean, like, production value. It looks really good. Javier Bardem is doing his Javier Bardem weird guy thing. He's great at that, But I don't give a shit. I really just don't.
I definitely went off the cliff with them with Captain Jack and Silent Bob Strike Back. His spin-off. Whatever that movie was.
Really?
Whatever it was. It was just him going on a wacky adventure.
Oh, really? I didn't even see it. I kind of... When the second and third ones were so... The plots were so weird and dense, and I don't even know what's going on in that. Like... Yeah, I was done.
The first, second, and third one, I came out of every single one going, that's fine. That was fine. And every time it, got better in my head. Yeah. So I was like, oh, there's that part in the first one where they're on the wheel and fighting, and there's the skeletons, and and they have to put back the thing and do the blood, and they've got the coins. Oh, it's so great. And then every time I watch it, I'm like, this is actually not very good. It's not very good. Yeah. And
Yeah, I never saw the fourth one. Did I see the first one in theaters? Probably.
I didn't.
Oh, no, I did. I saw the first one in theaters. I was with a friend. It was raining so hard you could hear it outside the movie theater, and I realized during the fight scene with during close to the end that my windows were wide open in the car, and I had to run out and shut them and then run back in.
I'm sick of it.
And then the second and third one, I remember watching, I was like, this should be amazing. I'm like, I don't care.
Chow Yun-Fat got me into the theaters to see the third one, and it still wasn't.
Really? I didn't even know he's in that.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's fine.
It should be good, and on paper, it should be good.
Yeah.
There's swashbuckling and pirates, but also
And Jack Sparrow's a great character.
He's a fantastic character, but I just don't care. By the end of it, I was like, I don't care.
Well, and giving him the reins to his own movie is not a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's like giving Kramer his own show. I don't care. It's too much. Too much.
Yep.
I can't take it. Oh, this is one you probably haven't seen, but I might just make you watch it right now, and then we'll pick it back up again. Guess Who?
Nope.
So Guess Who
Based on the board game.
Yes. No, Guess Who is a horror movie directed by Jordan Peele.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it doesn't look very good to me.
Did you see the trailer?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, it looks so interesting. You're so wrong on this.
Nah.
No. It looks so good.
Nah. It looks like every other horror movie, generic horror movie.
No, it doesn't. There's fucking deer skeleton. How many horror movies have a deer skeleton? Name them.
Probably many. Evil Dead.
Shut up.
Okay. It's a deer zombie. It's
it's different. Totally different. No,
yeah,
it looks really good. It looks so
I don't
interesting.
know. It just looks like they were like, it looks like he walked into the writer's room and they were like, look, we love you. You can do whatever you want. And he was like, okay, how about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? But it's like scary. And they were like, you're the creative one, so I guess.
I think it looks weird as hell.
I guess. I mean,
I would have thought you would have been right up this alley.
Nah, I would not be right up this alley. You mean this would be right up my alley?
Whatever.
It looks like a generic thriller. Like, it's not even like a thriller, like a suspense. I really like suspenseful horror films. I'm not a big fan of the like, it's a thing! Oh, it's a thing! Oh, it's jumping out at you!
It's not just jumping. It's a psychological thing. He starts to notice that, the white people are...
It looks like a bunch of stuff that I've seen already. Like, it looks like Children of the Corn mixed with every other generic horror movie we've had in the last 10 years.
Ugh, I'm so disappointed in you in this moment.
Sorry.
All right. 2 big ones. Power Rangers.
I saw it. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
It looks... Yeah. I've been shitting on this for a long time.
I know, and it looks really good.
It looks...
it looks real. I'm not saying
no. I know what you mean. It looks better than I expected.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it looks really good. It still looks like a generic...
By really good,
dark.
I meant better than I ever thought it would be.
Right.
That's what I meant.
Definitely better than I ever thought it would be. I still don't know that if this was an original movie, if I saw that trailer, I'd be like, oh, I want to see that. I don't know that would happen. But
no, but I mean, you're definitely playing on the name.
I thought.
Yeah. I mean, and also I was impressed. The trailer itself is pretty good without ever showing the Power Rangers
until like the very end.
But even then, you only
it's not finished.
It's not even like
they start to put them
start to morph, and then.
Did you watch the original show?
I did. I mean, I was one of those kids that was obsessed.
I was as well. Show. Are you on board with them not being martial artists? Because it looks like they gain martial arts abilities from.
They do. I'm okay with that. I'm slightly less okay with the implication that they have their super strength when not a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought. I always found that one of the cool things is that they were just normal people when they're not doing
teenagers. Teenagers with attitudes.
Teenagers with many attitudes. I'm not necessarily big on what Angel Grove looks like.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Listen, Angel Grove in the series was always kind of hazy on exactly what the hell it was in the first place.
Sure.
Like, was it a major metropolitan
it was like
city?
one big suburb.
Was it one giant suburb? Because in the when they're humans, it's just one giant suburb with a lot of
picket
nice
fences
parks.
and
But when they're fighting, it's
That's
like
true.
a metropolitan
area.
You
know that when they're not fighting, it was filmed in America.
Yeah, no,
and when
I
they
know.
are fighting, it's
just
in
a
Japan.
Japanese show.
Yeah.
But it was just really like. But this looks like it was shot. It's shot in like
Gotham.
Yeah, it looks like Angel Grove is like a harbor town in upper.
Also, there's a mountain over there,
Newfoundland or something.
Yeah.
Like they're all Canadians.
Yeah,
something like that. Because So I'm not really sure how I feel about that.
I'll say I'm not on board with the martial arts thing, because part of the joy of that original show was that you had one guy who was a really good martial artist.
Right.
You had one dude who was just a break dancer, one girl who was a gymnast, and then Billy had no martial arts ability at all.
Right.
And then I think Trini had martial arts skills, but it was a different kind. Like there was Jason did karate, which was Japanese art, and Trini did kung fu mostly, which was Chinese, which was interesting.
Yeah, so you got it. Okay, I get what you're saying. So you had a multitude of fighting styles.
Right.
I get that. I'll give you that.
I think it's more interesting.
You're right. I mean, who's to say that they, in the movie, whatever fighting abilities they're given aren't based through...
But it likely won't be, like, gymnasts. Dick?
Yeah.
Gymnastics? No, that's not it. Gymnasticy.
What the...
Gymnasticians.
What? Say it one more time.
And breakdancing.
Right. Exactly. Well, you know, the formidable fighting skills of a breakdancer.
Do you think that the end after credit scene will be the Green Ranger?
Holy shit, and yes.
It's so obvious, right?
It is obvious, and yet I don't know why I didn't think of it.
Yeah.
But yes, and I think that'll be amazing. I mean, I don't even care that I know that that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's still going to be awesome.
I don't know that I'm going to see this movie again. I think this is another one that, like, if the reviews are great, then yeah, I'll check it out. But I'm still not quite on board.
I'm going to give it one more trailer to
really that's what I was going to say. The more trailers that come out,
yeah.
we'll get a better idea.
It's also going to be dependent on what else is around when it gets released.
Yeah. There's a lot of good movies coming out.
Yeah, because when does it get released?
I don't know. But we've got a lot of good movies coming out in the near future, like Rogue One and Fantastic Beasts and Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So, I mean, so the sum up is, it definitely exceeded all of my expectations.
Everyone's
expectations.
Because we've had Power Rangers movies in the past, and they're all terrible.
Yeah, with the exception of that short film that goes really dark.
Yes, exactly. All of the real Power Rangers. Kind of
like... Yes. I mean, I don't think they purposely did... Well, no, I think they did.
Yeah,
actually,
I think they did.
I think that was a...
I think they had been fighting against gritty and real for a long time, and when they saw how popular that was, they were like, maybe.
I guess we can do this. Yeah. So, like I said, it's excited me enough that I want to see another trailer.
Yes.
An actual, like...
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, an actual trailer. Here's what I want for the next trailer. Just pick up right where you left off the last image of the first trailer. Like, finish the morphine and then give me a bunch of fight scene trailer.
Maybe some Zords.
Yeah, give me some Zords.
Maybe the Megazord. I
need to see one I from Bill Hader.
Sure.
And I need to see one inspiring sentence from Zordon, aka Bryan Cranston.
Yep.
That's what I need. And then Zords. And then and a little bit of Putty Patrol.
Oh. That would be good.
Give me a little bit of Putty Patrol.
Some putties.
Some nice putty fighting. Yeah. Give me that.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to keep an open mind.
All right. Last one.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to assume you've seen this one, but it came out like yesterday. Rogue One.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the yeah, babies.
It looks so good.
So damn good. Okay. So let's break this down a little bit, because obviously it looks amazing because it's a Rogue One trailer.
Yep.
But here's some new stuff in this trailer. Ben Mendelsohn speaks.
Yep.
What do you think?
Cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing really about this trailer that I have a negative opinion of.
Find out some new plot.
Yep.
Mads Mikkelsen is
so good.
Her father,
right?
Who works for the Empire.
This has been a long assumed plot.
And designed the Death Star. Mm-hmm. And she is going to get her father?
Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen.
Right.
Who designed the Death Star.
But I'm saying that's the mission. Because originally...
Right. Well, yes, they need his info. I imagine what's going to happen is... Because it looks like there's a scene where Mads Mikkelsen and... who's the other guy we were just talking about?
Forrest Whitaker?
Nope. We're just now talking about him, and he speaks.
Bryan Cranston.
He speaks in Rogue One.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yes. Jesus Christ. I hate you so much.
We are so on sync right now.
So
whatever. Holy shit. It's just...
It looks like... Listen to me. It looks like there's a scene where Mads Mikkelsen and Ben Mendelsohn have a scene together. My guess is that there's going to be a turning point in the middle of this film. The first half is her trying to get the plans directly from him, finding her dad and get them from him. Okay. And Ben Mendelsohn is going to beat her to it and just slaughter this dude. Okay. And they're going to get there and he's going to be long dead. Yeah. So then they have to go directly to the Death Star to steal the plans.
Yes. If that's not what the plot is, they should edit it.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea, and the trailers that we've seen so far have seemed to suggest that.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah. I like it.
We got our first shot of Darth Vader.
Yeah, we did. Oh, and he comes out of the thing, and it's the thing. Oh,
magnificent.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this trailer, if you're just listening to us describe it, then you're
if there's one new trailer that you should watch, it's this one.
And then all the others you should just time out how long it takes to watch all of the trailers that we just talked about.
They're like 2 minutes each.
Right, so times 5, so that's 10 minutes. So just watch the Rogue One trailer for 10 minutes straight.
We got a great... well, are you done talking about Rogue One?
I mean, I can be, because I could talk about it all day, and so we might as well just stop talking about it.
New Fantastic Beasts trailer.
I did not see this.
Yeah, that shows a lot of the beasts.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them. It looks really good.
We're getting closer and closer to this thing, and it's really kind of taken off, which is cool.
I mean, I love Eddie Redmayne. He's a great actor.
Yeah, so. I think this is gonna be good. I have admittedly not seen most of the Harry Potter movies.
They're great. You should give them a chance.
I know. I have nothing. It's not one of those things where I'm like, fuck Harry Potter. I just haven't seen.
They mostly get better.
Yeah, they do. I've seen. Unfortunately, I've seen the last one.
Oh,
which I don't know why.
That one's fantastic.
Yeah.
But the first one is the second to worst one. The second one is the worst one, and then from then on, they just get better.
They kind of just flip.
Yeah.
It's kind of. So the 2 Chris Columbus ones is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The third one's actually spectacular.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Is they? Yeah. Well, I think that's. I mean, admittedly, they follow the books, and that's around when, the kind of through line really takes off.
Well, it's also when they introduce Gary Oldman.
Well, that too.
That
and
helps.
anytime you introduce Gary Oldman, is amazing. But yeah, I think that. I think this is going to be interesting. And like I said, I have admittedly not seen a lot of the Harry Potter movies. Yeah. But I like this because it is one, as someone who's kind of on the outside, I can still go and watch this.
Yeah. I have a piece of No Man's Sky news.
Oh, thank God. I love getting that. I legitimately love getting No Man's Sky news.
They have broken a record on Steam, the online game downloading, selling company.
Right.
The record is for the most negatively reviewed video game.
Yeah?
Out of the, I believe it was, I wrote all this down and I don't have it with me, but I believe out of all the 5,373 reviews, 12% of them are positive.
Wow.
The rest are just, this is terrible.
Just ripping it apart?
Yep.
Wow.
So that's a new thing. Game Rant described it as, quote, overwhelmingly negative.
Sorry, my wife just texted me what I want for dinner. That's amazing.
My fries is what you want.
That sounded dirty.
It was. Yeah. They're probably dirty. I've eaten here from this place before.
Yeah, that's true. This game is fascinating to me. The more I hear about it and how bad it is.
Yep.
The more I want to play it.
Look, here's the deal.
And I think that's honest to God what's going on with this phenomenon.
Well, in the next year, it'll probably go down to like $5 or something. So give it a bit.
Yeah. What's it at now?
I don't know. But it's probably still full price, which is $60.
Oh, forget that.
Yeah.
But, I really kind of want to play this game.
I think you would get sick of it. Having seen a lot of the gameplay, I think you would get sick of it after maybe 20 minutes.
Do you think they'll, or have they said anything about downloadable updates that could possibly make it?
Yes. They've said, from day one, they've been like, oh, we're working on a patch. And then since then, I think they were talking about it every day. Like they were like, we're working on it. Don't worry. It's going to be great. And then they just stopped and people keep asking them on Twitter. Right. But I think it's now been 2 months since they've responded to anything about it. Do you
think there's anything they could do with a patch to fix this game?
To make it playable, maybe. The main problem to me that I can see is that there isn't really a feasible short-term individual arc.
Right.
Like, there's not really a one-player mode.
Do you think they'll add one?
No. I think they're done with it. I think they made their money.
You think? I think it would be. Thanks for the.
I think it would be a better idea for them to just take all the money they made and make a good game.
No Man's Sky Part 2.
Oh, God. No Man's Ocean.
No Man's Sky Part 2. We promise this is better.
Oh, God.
That's fascinating. Listen, it's just not an episode of the Media Lunch Break if we don't have a good No Man's Sky story.
I know.
To finish it up with.
All right, well, is that the news?
That is all of the news. That's it for this.
Yeah.
Join us in a couple days. We're gonna talk about Luke Cage. We're gonna talk all
Finally.
of Luke Cage.
Now that everyone has seen it.
Namely me.
Yep.
All right, that's gonna do it for us this week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Damn it! I always forget I can push this.